Alright, we're live. Hello,
Yay.
everyone. I'm Lonnie.
I'm Amber.
I'm single Sarah.
And we are Untitled
What that
Nerd
is.
Network, brought to you by Infinity Flux out of Hickson, Tennessee. And I guess it would be a good idea if I turned that fussbot on, wouldn't it?
It might be a thing. I'm not
A
real
minute
sure.
and a half of prep time with theme music, and I still forget to turn on our legacy token counter.
It's okay.
So-
We can't be perfect.
Whatever. Anyway,
Tell us what happened in this episode.
tonight was, let's see, the 105th episode of The Walking Dead, which means that is the 105th episode of The Spoiling Dead.
Yep.
This is the 6th episode in our current iteration. And everybody's drinking tonight, ain't they? No?
Everybody is.
Am I the only
except
person
Sarah.
that's drinking?
No, I have a drink. I mean, mine's
Okay.
back on, but I have a drink.
I have Coke, but I had a sip of vodka earlier.
Sarah had a little sip of vodka.
Yes.
Yeah, she's drinking Coke, and I have like peppermint vodka, which I absolutely love. It's a limited edition holiday experience.
It's actually not that bad.
Ah,
No, it's really not.
I love it. And
Wait, where'd you get that?
The liquor store that I told you about.
Okay.
Yeah, that place over there on the
Publix.
east side of 75 next to Publix. Which
I don't
Publix
know.
was amazing.
Yeah, we were looking at their produce and stuff.
Anyway, we're here to talk about The Walking
Sorry.
Dead.
Yeah.
Let's see. This episode was called The King, the Widow, and Rick.
Yes.
Was the what was it? The 6th episode of season 8. And
it was about all them.
it was about everybody.
Yeah.
This was a really good episode. Now, keep in mind you can comment in the YouTube chat. We will be
Yeah.
reading those comments probably.
I will.
And if you have
I
any
will.
thoughts on the show, any
Let us
questions,
know.
any suggestions whatsoever, feel free to hop on.
You want
and-
to say, fuck him, Negan, go ahead. You'll offend Lonnie.
No, Negan's the man. And what bothered it's almost like the WWE does with Brock Lesnar. You know, they hype him up.
Okay, do not compare Negan to Brock Lesnar.
No, I'm
'cause
not.
Brock Lesnar
I'm
sucks
talking about their
ass.
handling of Negan compared to the WWE's handling of Brock Lesnar. They hype him and hype him and hype him, and he's only around for 3 episodes a season.
Huh.
You notice that?
He was around more last season, was he not?
He was, but it's like now
Well, there's a lot of storylines going on,
he was literally
just like in the WWE.
yeah, but holy crap, he was literally around the season premiere and last episode.
Yes, because there's been a bunch of shit going down. What do you want me to do?
Or was it? Was
Does
he in
he
there?
need a cameo every time?
He was in there
to
like-
satisfy you?
He was. Yes.
Well, I'm sorry. This isn't the Lonnie Dead. It's the Walking Dead.
I mean, I guess they could be giving him. They could be giving him the Michonne treatment. I mean, crap. Michonne was.
This is her first appearance this
She-
season, wasn't
She
it?
was literally on there for. Yeah, I think she.
She was in that
She may have.
premonition they showed.
She may have appeared briefly in the season premiere,
Yeah.
and other than
That
that,
was
we
it.
have not seen Michonne
And from now,
at all. Carl has been almost non-existent.
Boy, is he growing.
I ain't
That
even-
is, I can imagine the shock not having seen Carl in like three seasons or so, and then
She
suddenly
didn't even know
see-
about the eye.
yeah, she didn't even know about his eye
Yeah.
patch. So, holy crap, yeah. Which is interesting because in the comics he looks like that, and then after they did like the 3-year jump after the war, he's actually he has like I guess he's cut his hair a little bit shorter, but it still like hangs down, and he wears glasses with one of the lenses blacked out. So I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know if he needs the glasses or if that just
He
Is the look.
decided it looked better, maybe.
yeah.
Maybe his lens is not in this one, and he's got this covered.
But
Who knows?
I'm not going to give any spoilers away. I'm in like comic book mode right now.
You're in comic book mode every time and give tons of spoilers every time, so why would this episode be any different?
But this
That is
this
true.
episode was really cool, as evidenced by the what y'all enjoyed most,
Oh,
the
God.
greatest kill. Now I have to say, from here on, spoilers for the episode.
Spoilers.
And I'm kind of wanting to keep an eye on Twitter just in case they announce the
Crossover?
yeah, the crossover episode, but I'm almost positive we're only going to be on for another 15 or 20 minutes
Yeah.
at the most. So I don't think we're going to catch that. But if so, we'll let everybody know. I'm sure we'll have the news on our Facebook page.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll probably maybe do a video on it tomorrow. Me and Amber might take the time to do maybe a little 5-minute
Whatever.
discussion or something.
Whatever you want to do.
Talk to Sarah through Skype.
That's funny. Sarah Skyping
Oh,
in.
delicious. Anyway,
Yes.
the war continues. They covered what? Really 3 major points. Number 1, we thought Carl was going to get killed.
Yeah, that made me nervous.
He found a dude named Sadiq, and Sadiq is in the comics, and I know very little about him. I don't remember.
But he's the guy that, Carl saw and then his dad chased away.
Yeah. And Carl has kind of gone out on his own and made friends with this guy. I really don't see him being anything bad.
I didn't either.
I don't either. I mean, you
didn't
never
get
know
that
people, but I don't think it's a thing.
Yeah. I mean, I really see him being a decent guy who's going to contribute to the community. This is really just kind of a way to grow Carl's character a little bit and kind of show that independence. Because there is a point in later, here I am with the comic spoilers again.
I know.
There's a point later in the comic after they make the 3-year jump after the war that Carl decides he wants to be a blacksmith and create swords and armor and stuff and
Cool.
metalworking basically, and so the main place he can do that, I believe, is the God, I can't remember. I think it's the hilltop. And so Carl leaves Alexandria and goes and lives at the hilltop. So to do that, he basically wants to get away from his dad and be his own man and that kind of thing.
Yeah, and he's already kind of starting that.
Yeah, because everybody there, everybody at Alexandria thinks of him as Rick's son, and he just wants to be Carl.
Yeah.
So look forward to that. Something similar, I'm sure, is coming in the show. The war seems to really be heating up, and you have Michonne and Rosita who kind of go off on their own. The war's not going to succeed if we keep having people go off on their own. Everybody.
No, but, I mean...
Oh, I have a vendetta. Let's go off on our own. That's how...
But it's hard. It's hard because they're still grieving.
True.
And when you're still grieving, you're not in control of your actions usually. You make poor decisions when you're all emotional and adrenaline's running high. I mean, I'm not saying they're being smart. I'm just explaining why they're doing what they're doing.
They're emotionally overrun. And
that's
true.
how it would be in real life.
Because, people are like, oh, God, it's been a year. No, it hasn't been a year in Showtime.
Yeah.
Like, it's been literally 6 to 8 weeks since Negan came on the scene. Because it was like a week after whenever he came and took half their stuff at Alexandria. And it really hasn't been that long since.
Yeah.
It's been...
And they've lost a lot of people.
A couple of months at the
and
most.
People that, mean a lot to them. Not just random extras.
Sarah hasn't watched it. She don't know what we're talking about.
Don't be ridiculous. Leave her alone.
He was swishing his cup around and I was looking like...
It's a hypnotizing thing.
Why are you trying to hypnotize Sarah?
I don't know, maybe to get her to agree to that Win a Date with Sarah promotion we got going on.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Anyway.
I don't know why anybody, but okay, yeah.
But yeah, Carl's already starting to step out on his own because, dude was talking about how you gotta honor your parents, don't you? And he's like, if I honored my parents, we wouldn't even be having this conversation right now.
Yeah. So you have that. They're going to end up probably at the gates of Alexandria before the end of the season.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's going to cause feathers to be ruffled.
Right.
Then the other big one was the Rosita and Michonne, and you mentioned that they both look like hammered garbage.
Yeah.
Because
they've seen better days.
Yeah, Michonne is still bruised up and everything from that ass kicking she took during the season finale last season. Not only that, but
Rosita has a gun wound.
Rosita has that. She still has that scar where that woman cut her during that one episode. I mean, they. Holy crap!
And of course, she's still upset about Abraham.
Yeah.
I mean,
and I'm sure. Sasha? Like sacrificing herself and that whole thing they had.
Yeah.
Probably didn't help.
No, it didn't help matters. I mean, they weren't best friends or nothing, but they had a common grief.
They had a mutual understanding.
Mostly, yes. Finally, towards the end, yes, of that whole thing. Because first Rosita was not having any of it, and she said, well, just because, I don't know, should I quote that or not online? Just because we shared the same dick doesn't make us best friends.
Wow.
So, yeah, I don't know if Sarah knew that or not. It's like,
where did that come from?
Well, okay, because Rosita and Abraham were a thing. And then he started falling for Sasha. So then him and Sasha were a thing.
Yeah.
And when he died...
He's a little man whore, okay.
Well, I mean,
Well, no, he was with Rosita because they were there for each other when the apocalypse went down. And
he plainly told her, when he broke it off with her, I thought you were the last person on Earth. I mean, he really did.
Yeah, I mean, it was just,
Because I'm sure
he said, why are dingleberries brown? Because that's just the way shit is.
That was exactly what he said. She was like, why are you doing this? He was like, why are dingleberries brown? It's just the way shit is.
My God.
You really need to catch up.
I do, and I already think he's a dick.
No, I love Abraham.
He's just a straight shooter. That's all.
Did you see the Negan kill episode? The one where Negan killed Abraham and Glenn?
No.
Because, seriously.
I know he's dead.
Abraham's last words were a complete freaking riot. Because Negan bashes him in the head with the baseball bat one time and, caves his head in. Well, he's still alive.
Mm-hmm.
And Abraham's like, suck my nuts.
He did.
That's his last words.
Suck
And Negan's
my
like,
nuts.
did you hear that? He said, suck my nuts. It was great. I absolutely loved it.
Some of the stuff that Abraham said was classic.
Oh, you'd have to get on YouTube. There's a 10-minute video of all of his funny one-liners.
He asked Glenn, he said, when you was pouring Bisquick, did you mean to make pancakes? Asking about when Maggie got pregnant. He said, when you was pouring Bisquick, did you mean to make pancakes? Oh, we can go on and on about the shit he said.
Good times. I don't... Wow.
You want some pancakes now?
Somebody's just logging into us for the first time thinking, what the hell is
What
this?
are they talking about?
We got breakfast. Really good breakfast.
I'm more of a bacon and eggs man myself.
Anyway.
Pancake on the side.
Yeah, they look like hammered garbage and decide to go out by themselves.
Waffles.
I make waffles every Sunday.
Oh, God.
Sarah. Anyway.
We'll be here all night.
We sure will.
Delicious.
Anyway.
So anyway, here's the thing. Michonne and Rosita go off by themselves, and they
we gotta see the sanctuary.
Yeah. While they're driving down the road, they hear music off in the background. Well, they pull up to this warehouse, and like I said, it's like Negan's Warehouse Emporium. You know, everything you see, one low price. And there's like 2 people there. 3 people, actually. And I'm actually thinking that the third person that we saw was the one who was in the vehicle. Did the woman get in the vehicle?
No.
I thought it was the woman.
Then it was that third
Yeah,
person.
it was the woman that got in the, yes, she got in the vehicle.
Okay.
I thought because she got away.
I was wondering if, like, well,
Who was the person in the jeans that was whistling?
I think it was that guy.
Maybe.
That was.
I don't
think
know.
it was him. I don't think it was a third person. I think we thought it was.
Look, I love The Walking Dead, but one of the gripes that everybody has this season that I can actually half agree with is there are a lot of things that need explaining, a lot of things that they're not really doing a good job of telling the story in certain areas.
Yeah, there's certain parts that you're questioning. You're like, what the fuck?
Like seasons 1 through 7, I knew everything that was going on. You didn't have to pause it and think, holy crap, what happened? Season 8, geez, it's like 3 or 4 times an episode. I'm like, who was that person? What did they do? What was that?
I would say it's 3 or 4 times an episode. That's a little ridiculous.
At least once. Seriously.
I'm thinking of 2 times right now, and that's it. Okay, name something besides the part we were just discussing and the helicopter scene.
Well, the helicopter scene was okay because I know that's building up to something.
Okay.
But I'm talking about like a lot of these.
Name something.
Like there were like the first 2 episodes of the season when they were just doing firefights, just shooting everybody, and I was like, I didn't know who to root for because it was a firefight between a lot of people that we didn't even know their names on both sides, and
well, obviously the people charging the building are the people you're gonna.
But whenever it would show a close-up of 3 or 4 people and you couldn't tell what side they were on, you didn't know who they were, and I couldn't really tell by how they were dressed because it's like, holy crap. And I was thinking, am I supposed, like, that person just dropped dead. Am I supposed to be happy? Or is that a bad guy? Or what happened?
I mean, even though you got a bunch of unknowns running around with the good guys, you've seen them.
That was like episodes 2, 3, and 4 now, or 2 and 3. Now episode 6 and 5, like the last 2 episodes, they've really picked it up. You know what's going on. There's been no need for explanation for the most part. There's been a couple of little points here and there that I'm like, I might need to go back and read about it online later. But a lot of, I don't know why. I don't know if it's because society as a whole is just tuned to wanting instant gratification. People don't want to wait, or what it is. But I've been hearing internet chatter, and 3 out of the 4, I disagree with this, by the way. But 3 out of the 4 comments that I read online on like GameSpot, IGN, Entertainment Weekly, places like that, people are not happy with this season.
Yeah, I'm not the only. I've talked talk about it at work pretty regular, and last episode I thought was pretty good.
I did too.
Rebecca did.
And the episode before that, the one where Shiva died, holy crap, I hated it, but it was one of the best episodes of the season. Last episode where we had all that crap happen, yes, one of the best episodes of the season.
But yeah,
you haven't really had anything.
The people I talk to about it at work, they're not as excited this season as they have been in the past.
Yeah, and in a way, I'm not. Like last season was the best season yet.
Well, yeah.
But this season, I think this is one of those seasons that we won't appreciate until it's over and we go back and watch it again.
Yeah, maybe.
I think it's going to take. It's like in comic books. Like there's a lot of when you have to wait month to month for certain issues. This isn't The Walking Dead, but when you have to wait month to month for certain issues, and you're like, oh God, this sucks. But if you go back and read like the full 6 or 8 issues together, you're like, God, this is an amazing story. So, like, what do you think, Sarah, about this season? You don't have anything to go by as far as last season.
No, really not.
But has this season been entertaining?
It's okay, I guess.
Oh, okay, that answered the question.
It's
okay, I guess.
I mean, it's not like, oh my god, but it's not like, it's horrible.
It's not garbage.
Yeah.
But it's not, holy crap, we've got to watch this again right away. And that's what this season's doing. It's mediocre. It's not horrible, but it's not...
I mean, it's not what we're used to on The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
It's really not.
It's a whole new thing.
We're not used to a constant fight every episode.
Yeah. Now, I will say that if the show follows the comics, after this is over, it's going to get down to more of that less action, more character-filled drama that we've come to know and love. Because, believe it or not, some of the best stuff in The Walking Dead is just not a lot going on. Like, if you notice, some of the best stuff with Negan is when there's not a fight going on. It's just him
running his mouth.
Yeah.
I mean, not that that's a bad thing, but yeah. Because he's very, he's got a lot of charisma, you know.
Yeah.
Compared to the comic books, like, how many seasons are left of Walking Dead? Or how many seasons could they possibly make?
Okay, here's the thing. The show right now is at the comic book equivalent of, like, maybe 118, 119.
And how many issues are there?
173. We're realistically looking at about 12 issues. Actually, no, it's almost an episode per issue. Because we're at about 119, and right now, The Walking Dead is at number 105. So it's pretty close. They've skipped ahead a few things and stuff like that. But for the most part, I think if they quit making the comic book right now, we would still have another 5 seasons left.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Roundabout. The Whisperers are coming. That's all I'm going to say.
When's
And there is I'll just say, like, there is a part later on that I'm looking forward to almost as much as when Negan killed Glenn in the comics. And I'm pretty sure they'll change the characters up for this one. But the Whisperers are a group who, they don't have any material possessions. They skin zombies, wear their skins as disguises, and walk among herds of zombies to survive.
Oh,
And
wow.
there's kind of a conflict because Carl falls in love with, like, the teenage daughter of their leader. And they have a leader named Alpha, and then they have a Beta who has a second in command. They don't have names. They don't have possessions. They don't have names. They don't have anything. And Carl falls in love with the daughter of Alpha. And come to find out, in that tribe that they have of Whisperers, if a man wants to have intimate relations with a woman, they just do it. And come to find out, this teenage girl that Carl's fallen in love with has been taken advantage of by lots of men in the group because the mother let it happen.
Wow.
And it's just the way they do their society. And so Carl decides, well, we're not going to have this. And he rescues her. And
Of course he does.
it just causes a lot of crap.
Oh, Carl.
And it gets to the point where the Whisperers create a boundary, a line, and some of Rick's people cross over into it. And to make it a point, the next group who goes out, the Whisperers kill every one of them and put their heads on pikes to mark their boundary. And there are a lot of major characters whose heads end up... and it's going to suck.
Alright, well, let's just move on, please.
Yes.
Sorry,
Comic
I was
book
very...
spoiling.
She wanted to know.
I did too, but...
Well, she didn't outright ask, but...
I did too, but still, we're trying to do a
That
review of
makes
the
me-
current show.
That is true. We don't have a lot of time.
That makes me very interested for future seasons.
You need to read the comics. Okay, but anyway. What else? Rick. Rick. Good old Rick.
I love him.
Goes to the junkyard people again. They're, online was actually calling them the Garbage Pail Kids.
They are the Garbage Pail Kids.
The naked art lady. That's what I call her.
Oh, yeah. What is up with that? I was like, holy crap, I want to go live in this community.
I'm making art out of garbage. Naked.
Yeah. I was like, we sit around naked, nothing but an
apron.
Apron. That's the word.
Yeah,
but
that's
they weren't seeing Kumbaya, so.
Yeah, there was some weird stuff going on there. Painting and everything. Or they were like, she was making some kind of little metal figurine.
Yeah, she liked the metal. She likes making the metal figurines.
Yeah, sculptures. And he goes up there and basically is like, hey, you know what? Y'all are going to help us? Or
Join
we're
us
going
or die.
Yeah, we're going to screw you over. And she's like, nope. And they throw him into like a hot box, basically.
Ugh, can you imagine how that thing smells?
And he's naked, sitting in there. And whenever she walks
I thought
up...
they just let him go.
No. Did you?
No, they got him prisoner.
That was the last scene they showed.
Does anybody know that he's there, or was he just bluffing?
I don't know.
Because it never showed him, I don't think, telling anybody that he was...
He probably told Daryl.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
He probably told
And if
him.
he don't show up within a day or two, somebody
will
going to look.
go look.
Because you know Daryl shows up.
Oh, yeah, in the nick of time.
Yes.
Now tell me, what do you think
Destroy that fat lady.
the garbage pail kids, so to speak.
Lord.
What do you think finally becomes of them? Do you think they join Rick and everybody, or do you think they end up killed?
They probably end up killed.
Yeah, I mean, I'd kill him.
She's pretty stubborn.
There's got to be at least one survivor from that group.
She's a Bia. I hope
Maybe
it's
they kill her, and then it's like Wicked Witch of the West too.
She's dead. You
I don't
killed
know.
her.
I think it'd be
Now
fun to
we'll
like
join
keep
you.
her and torture her because she's a Bia.
They're not gonna torture anybody. Like here's the thing, like Rick
Let
is
Sarah pretend.
Rick is swearing up and down that he's gonna be the one to kill Negan.
But she just gives off this bitchy vibe, so.
She does. She wants Rick too. At the season finale, what was it? No, 2 or 3 episodes before the season finale, she basically said that she wanted Rick to procreate with. Mm-hmm. And Michonne was like,
No, she wasn't having it.
Yeah. Yeah, she kind of like gave him the look, you know? The look.
The look. Shut up. The look.
And they were like, he's like, nope, not interested. And I think that might be what. You know
That's
what?
probably why it pissed her off, and she.
Yeah.
That decision, him saying, nope, I'm not interested in performing coitus with you.
Yeah.
That is what screwed the whole group over. If he could
is.
just took one for the team.
You're exactly right, because
you know
how some jealous females can be.
Yeah.
You tell them no, and they just go crazy.
He should have been like, Michonne, this is for the greater good.
No.
No?
No. No.
Now, tell me this, Sarah, okay? Post-apocalypse, 90% of the world's population's dead. You've got, let's say, you're dating someone. I know it goes against the whole single Sarah vibe thing. But you're married to a guy.
Married?
And y'all are the
That's
leaders.
a new concept.
Y'all are the leaders of a group of about 400 people. Women, children, old people, the whole works. And you find a group of 800, and the leader of that group is that woman, and she says, I'm gonna kill everybody unless your husband takes me around back. It's for the greater good, Sarah.
Greater good, my ass.
She's like
400 people are gonna die.
Like, this is the greatest goods he ever gonna get.
I don't know.
What is that? The Incredibles? She says that. He's getting ready to go out, fight crime. It's for the greater good. She said, this is the greatest goods you gonna get. You better not leave. And he didn't.
The problem is, what if he likes it? Because then I might have to kill him too, and her, and just everybody else. I mean,
he'd just be the next Negan and have a whole harem full of wives.
kiss my ass.
Continuing on, now that we've had our fun with Sarah.
Yeah.
No.
Let's see, what other... Okay, we got to talk about the rocket.
God, don't we though? Because that was
That
so
was
much
awesome.
fun. It was
Because
so awesome.
we've started to get there about a half dozen times already, and I keep changing the subject.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they end up at Negan's warehouse, and, you know, in all, like, what was it? Rosita had the rocket?
Yes.
Yeah. She has this rocket launcher, like, aimed at this,
At first, I didn't know what. I thought it was a nail gun at first.
No, hell no.
No!
I thought it was
It was
like
a
huge nail
freaking,
gun.
like...
She has it aimed at this dude, and he was like, come on, we both know you're not going to fire. And he doesn't so much as get the words out of his mouth. She pulls the trigger on that thing, and that rocket goes right into his chest, and he explodes in a ball of fire.
into, like, little bitty, teeny, tiny pieces. It was great.
That was funny. That was, in my personal opinion, one of the best freaking kills in Walking Dead history.
It was.
That was good. They did a dang good job with that.
Look, I'm going to tell you right now, that whole episode could have been shitty. But that one part, that was a 10. Just that one part. That was so freaking
it's like,
awesome.
it blew him away. Like, he's not even there.
It was. He literally disintegrated. It was epic. I swear to God, it was awesome. But yeah, you know, they've been talking about the fat lady. You really don't know what the fat lady is. You just know it's their secret weapon. And it turned out it was a fat lady singing opera on a radio with all these speakers. They were going to...
Why would you even blast music like that in the first place so people could hear you?
That's why. Because, you know, the walkers have surrounded, you know, where the saviors are.
Mm-hmm.
So they were driving that truck, and they were going to play it to make the walkers leave that. Okay? But then that woman thought she got away, and Daryl run her over. And it was awesome. That was a pretty good scene. He's like, what are you doing here? They're like, what are you doing here?
Oh!
Have they announced it?
I think they have. Okay, I'm pulling it up on Twitter right now. They say that they've officially announced it 2 minutes ago. So... Oh, come on.
Worlds collide.
Okay, so Fear the Walking Dead and The Walking Dead are saying... And we've been betting that it's Abraham, but let's see who it is.
Who is it?
Oh, holy crap, Morgan.
Oh.
Really?
Will appear in Fear the Walking Dead's 4th season.
But you know that sounds about right. Because surely Rick wasn't the only person that came upon him acting all crazy.
Yeah, but that was in Georgia.
Well, that's true. I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay. Look, they had to do something crazy to get people to watch it.
Wow, they're actually saying... Now, I haven't watched Fear the Walking Dead, but they're saying at the end of this season that it looked like most of the characters died. They don't know, but most of the characters died. Now, wouldn't it be a weird curveball to see Fear the Walking Dead abandon its entire cast and move on to some other group?
Yeah.
I mean, that could happen. I'm not saying it is, because they've established. But Fear the Walking Dead has nothing to follow. It doesn't have a comic book. It doesn't have anything. And it would be neat.
On the way getting prayer.
I would like to see them be like, you know what? Screw all these characters for The Walking Dead. This next season is going to be a Negan origin story.
Ah, shut up. It ain't happening.
Like, you know how, like, American Horror Story is, like, each season as a standalone season?
Yes.
But in a way, they're all connected. I would like to see, like, origin stories every half season.
That would be cool.
It would be amazing, because Negan deserves an origin story to show how he started.
Stories about anybody, background. I love it. It's my favorite.
But anyway,
I like learning what makes who.
This episode.
Yes.
What do we? Oh, Let's see, cliffhangers. Rick is in the hot box.
And we didn't even touch on Carol and Ezekiel.
Oh yeah. Well.
Oh yeah,
here's
that
the thing,
boy.
The whole thing, they were like
Right,
whispering so much that I didn't really catch a lot of that. But God, it tore me the hell up that she walked in there to see him and he was holding Shiva's chain. I was like, oh God.
Grieving. I mean,
I'm grieving for Shiva. I couldn't imagine what he feels like. Yeah, absolutely. But, But yeah, she, I think what got her is that this kid who was the younger brother of the guy who got killed by the Saviors last season, he's wanting to go fight. He's wanting to go avenge his brother, you know, get that revenge on the Saviors and all that. And she catches him out in the woods trying to kill some walkers and, you know, trying to be like his brother. And so she finally just goes and tells Ezekiel, hey, you know, you need to be the king. If not, you just need to act like it.
right.
And lead these people. So
Yeah, she basically tries to give him a pep talk. Like, you've led them this far. You need to continue. They're going to be lost without you. Yada, yada, yada.
I'm sorry, but Ezekiel in king mode is one of my favorite characters.
Oh, absolutely.
God, I love him.
Absolutely. He plays the part well.
Yeah. He does an amazing
And people
job.
eat that up. You know, they want somebody strong like that.
I eat that up.
Oh, yeah. But anyway.
Have you seen Ezekiel, like, in form?
No.
No, she's just seen him in battle mode.
You'd have to see, like, in season 7, 2 or 3 episodes into season 7, when they first show him with Shiva, and oh, God.
We'll have to pull that up.
I would love to go back and watch that again, because, damn, yeah.
Anyway.
All right, so, yeah, we've got that, and it looks like everything is 2 more episodes to go. Next weekend and the weekend after.
Oh.
And, I mean, holy crap. Got a lot of big things coming up. I don't even know where this is going. Like, it's all going to come together. Because, like, The Walking Dead is treating everything like mini-seasons. Like, these 8 episodes are a mini-season. Next episode, 8 episodes, is like a mini-story.
Well, I mean, they do break up their season into 2 different seasons.
Yeah.
So.
This is going to be amazing to see where it goes the next 2 episodes. And then we're going to have to wait all through December and January and most of February and probably March for more Walking Dead.
All right.
So anyway, this episode, ooh, 8.5. It would have been a 7.5, but for the rocket kill.
You give this episode an 8.5.
It's not awesome, but it was good for a couple of key things. And the rocket kill being one of them. I like seeing Carl meet up with this dude, grieving Ezekiel.
Maggie putting what's his name in his place.
That was awesome.
Yes.
Oh, we never even talked about that.
we
Maggie threw Gregory in a cage with the rest of the Saviors. They decided to bring the Saviors they were holding on the outside in, put them in a cage, and
put them more in like a chicken pen.
Yeah, yeah. It looked like it was pretty well made, though.
Yeah, it's well made.
It was made for humans, not chickens.
Well, I mean, you know, same concept is what I mean. It's outside. It's not indoors or anything like that.
But yeah, she recognizes Gregory as a threat. And you're not going to see that end with him, I don't think. And so we have that, and then you've got that one long-haired dude that killed the older brother of the boy who's training at the kingdom right now. And he keeps wanting to ruffle feathers and trying to escape and everything. And there's another guy in that group who's like stopping him, like, quit, you freaking idiot. You're going to get us killed. And he's of the mind, they're not going to kill us. Now, I'll go ahead and say, eventually that dude is going to escape. He's probably going to end up killing one person at least. And he's going to end up being gunned down or stabbed and killed. He's going to die. There's no way he's going to make it out of this alive. And it'll be interesting. Oh, I can't wait to see it.
And plus our boy Casey was in this episode again.
Oh, yeah, okay. So he was in this and actually fairly prominently. They showed him a couple of good times in this. And he was actually part, if you go back and look at our FarleyCon playlist from back in April, you will actually see him sitting in Josh Turner's lap.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where he was. And he had a thing for Sarah. So she had her brush with greatness.
Thing with Sarah, but y'all were trying to hook them
We did.
up.
We tried to make it happen. And he was kind of giving her the look, so like, is this going to happen?
I'm like, I don't know about this.
Oh, that's funny.
She's like, I have to maintain my name.
Yes. So
I
anyways.
almost feel like I have to at this point.
Right. It's like, you'll be married and we'll still be calling you Single Sarah. But, you know. So 8.5?
Yeah, 8.5
Really?
for me.
Well, I'm giving it a 10.
No.
Yeah, I am.
You can't give it a 10 just for
I
that.
can give it a 10 if I want for that. You don't tell me how to rate stuff. Not to mention, there was a lot of story plots in this episode.
There was, but I just wasn't
many.
that entertained. I was entertained, but it wasn't. It's not gonna go.
Your
in
enthusiasm really says different. It's probably the alcohol. Like when you said 8.5, I was like, "You're this excited for an 8.5 episode?" And then I was like, "Oh, Lonnie's been drinking. Never mind." Anyway, I'm gonna say a 10. We got to see Michonne. Carl went out by himself.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of good stuff that happened besides the epic rocket kill. I mean, it's just my opinion.
I just
You
wasn't that
see a
impressed.
little
It just Negan
of
went down
everybody.
it, so it's not a 10. That's about how I feel about it. Negan didn't make a cameo. I didn't get to see him do his little dip.
Sarah.
I've been drinking too, so I'm
What do
just
you
talking
think?
shit.
I wrote behind, bro. I was gonna give it 9.5. Yeah.
Oh!
9.5.
Yeah.
Sarah was giving this a 9.5. What about it? You actually rated
The
lower than us.
rocket, like the rocket,
The
was
rocket.
awesome. And then
You
them
should know the
riding
girls
out.
were going to vote for the rocket.
Yeah, well, yeah. We like rocket power. Anyway.
We like
And
it when
then,
it
like,
explodes.
no, just like Daryl coming out of nowhere and it goes,
Boom!
and he's like,
Shock
Oh yeah, that
rocket
was
boom.
good.
it's
Daryl
like,
took
what's
them out.
up?
Right as you thought that woman was going to get away, Daryl comes out of nowhere.
Crashed her.
I'm coming to crash your party.
Yeah.
I think, I honest to God think that next episode will be in 10 territory.
Oh, Skyrim Legends on. I didn't know. Hello, Skyrim
Yo,
Legends.
dude, you caught us actually right at the end of the Walking Dead review. So
And he won 800 legacy tokens before the end of
congrats!
it.
I'm happy somebody's on
Yeah.
here taking advantage of that. So anyway, I guess we're gonna go ahead and
Wrap.
call it a night. So 10,
Mm-hmm.
8.5,
9.5.
9.5. So I guess our group average is about a 9.
So if Negan had been on, it would have been 10, 10, and probably 10.
Okay. Anyway, everybody check us out. We're going to be on Wednesday night. Come to find out that's Wednesday night with Poetic Steam Hippie talking about her horrible experiences at a Arkansas Comic-Con a week ago.
Yes, I saw the title you gave that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
When cons go
I
wrong.
was like, what are we? When animals attack?
Hey, I am a sensationalist son of a gun. I'll tell you what. But we got that. Got some all-day streaming.
Yay.
Wednesday and Thursday, different games.
Probably some...
Tuesday night, I'm probably going to be doing some kind of game stream.
Uh-huh.
Thursday is UNN Live. Just we got a little bit of everything going on over the next few
So
days.
that kind of sucks, though, we're doing that Wednesday, because that means no Supernatural this week.
Well,
Well, nothing.
I tell you what, we'll do Supernatural Tuesday night.
No, you got to stream.
Yeah, I ain't really worried about it. I'll be streaming all day Wednesday and Thursday.
Well,
But anyway, everybody have a good rest of the night. We're going to have stuff going on all week, so be sure to check us out. Hit that like button if you like our weekly Walking Dead reviews.
just like I did.
And,
Hit the like button.
oh, yes.
Look at that.
And
That nice blue
that's
phone.
pretty much it. I'm Lonnie,
I'm Amber.
I'm Single Sarah.
Yay.
and we are Untitled Nerd Network, brought to you by Infinity Flux out of Hickson, Tennessee. Thank you.